It's dark outside, but it's light in here. Chanuka, Chanuka.
Chanuka Sameach! It is the fourth night of Chanuka, and we just sang Maoz tour. Chel Paro, v'chol zaro. What's next? Yardu ki even bimtzula. Paro and his army and his descendants all yardu ki even bimtzula, fell in like a stone into the depths of the sea. At Kriyas Yamsuf, at the splitting of the sea in Parshas Peshalach, that was the end of the Mitzrayim, of the Egyptians. Paro and his mighty army, Sus v'rochvo ramavayam, the horses and all their mighty chariots, drowned at sea, and it's described in Maoz Tzur as Yardu Ke'even B'Mitzula, which is a beautiful and poetic reference to something that we sing in Az Yashir in the Song of the Sea, where we say that the Egyptians sink Kimo Even B'Mayim Azim, like a stone in the mighty waters. And Rashi there notes that the Egyptians are actually described as sinking into the sea with three different metaphors. There, as just mentioned, they're described as a stone, Kimo Even B'Mayim Azim. Elsewhere in Az Yashir, they're referred to as Ka'oferes, like lead, like a heavy hunk of lead that falls into the sea. And in the third place, they're described as Kash, Yochalemo Kakash. They were consumed like straw. What is the difference between the way straw, a stone, and lead sink into the sea? So Rashi says that if straw is thrown into the sea, how long is it going to take for it to sink? A long time, because it'll flap around, it's very light, it'll float, the waves will lift it up, and then it'll fall back down. Eventually, after probably a while, it will sink, but it's going to take some time. How long does it take a stone to sink to the bottom of the sea? Not very long. It'll sink pretty quickly. How long will it take a heavy piece of lead to fall to the sea? Immediately. It sinks right to the bottom. And Rashi says that's because Hashem gave every Mitzri, each and every Egyptian, exactly what he deserves. The ones who were the most wicked, the ones who were the most evil, flapped around like straw and really suffered before meeting their end, before meeting their demise. The ones who were bad but not quite as bad, they also sank, they also died, they were also destroyed, but it was much more quick and much less painful. And the lesson is that Hashem makes sure everybody gets exactly what he or she deserves. Both, God forbid, for bad, like the Egyptians, but also for good, like tzaddikim. We get exactly what we deserve for every mitzvah that we do, for every chesed that we do, for every word of tefillah that we say. And unfortunately, for people who commit sin sometimes, there's also consequences for that. But Hashem, part of his perfection as the judge, as the Elohim of the world, is that every person gets exactly what they deserve. And there's some comfort in knowing, as we sing Maoz Tzur, and remember all of the people who tried to do bad to us over the years, and unfortunately, we even try nowadays to do bad to us. And sometimes we don't see right away that Hashem responds, but over time, it will be clear that Hashem makes sure every person gets exactly what they deserve. And hopefully very, very soon we'll see that the Jewish people, that Am Yisrael will deserve and will merit to rebuild the Beis HaMikdash in Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. And we will experience that soon together, and we'll be able to light the menorah in the Beis HaMikdash. Chanuka Sameach! Happy Chanuka! Happy Teyamon!
I love